Okay, I think that fixed it. Alright. I am now the ready, so we may begin. And it looks like everything's working. Cool. Alright. Get you over here, kinda-ish, I think. Be about right. Yeah. Oh, this light's gotta go down. Okay. Alright. How we all doing? This is what we're going to be starting with today. I was working on this a bit last night. These are the hurricane bolters for the Stormraven, which is almost done. Let's actually see how it looks. Let's zoom out. Wire came loose again. Ugh. This is our Stormraven thus far. So I'd say it's looking pretty good. Yeah, we just get the storm bolters and then it'll be effectively finished. I do want to do some freehand murals on this piece somewhere. It's been a really long time since I've done like a flat freehand piece on like... Actually, the largest one I've ever done has been on like a flag, so doing this on a vehicle sounds like a lot of fun. So we'll see how that goes. Depends on how long the hurricane bolters go. The murals might be tonight, because I can already tell the hurricane bolters based on last night are going to take a little while. Just zoom in for the actual painting. I know I said at the end of last stream, Wednesday night, that I was going to have the hot plasma tutorial up by now. I lied. I am going to edit that right after the stream. Right after the stream, I'm going to do that, so... I just had a bunch of stuff come up yesterday, so couldn't get to it. So, yeah, I already made some progress on the left one. I think this is going to be our template for the other one. What we're going to do is we're going to hit all of the metal, all the steel bits. I already did the brass and the skull on the bottom there. Then hit both of them with a white highlight, matte white. And then airbrush them with Nuln Oil. Which will flatten everything. Maybe a little bit of brush applied Nuln Oil on, you know, these deeper bits. And then steel and brass highlighting. And then these are done. This may take the entire stream, actually. There's a lot of, like, little bits going on here as far as highlighting goes. So let's get into it. Is our wet palette moist? Moist. It seems moist enough. I am using Army Painter War Paints Gunmetal for the steel. If other people are hobbying, please do tell me what your projects are. I always want to hear about projects. What other people are doing. Inspires, it feeds me. Like an art vampire. I am sustained on further art, even hearing of the creation of art. Also, if I sound a little bit out of breath, my whole day schedule was pushed back by a few hours, so I, like, 10 minutes before stream was getting out of the shower after running my mile, after doing my workout. So, my hair is literally still wet. Just isn't the worst thing in the world, really, right now, considering it's 83 in New England. Definitely have to hit the water pretty hard. Last few weeks been hitting the water. Actually, probably have not been hitting the water as hard as I should, in all honesty. Alright, let's get to it. Yeah, I'm not even entirely sure what these bits are that I'm painting right now. I don't know, something... It felt like they should be metal colored, not painted. I don't know why. I guess it's because they look kind of like they're moving pieces. Maybe they have something to do with the reload mechanism. So I'd assume that while this thing is flying and shoot... Oh, I'm, well, I don't think the original bits were, no. But just now I dipped into the wrong paint. I dipped into the, wait, male metal. It's not what I want. But yeah, I assume while the Stormraven's flying, or really anywhere you have a mounted Hurricane Bolter, that it's not like a servitor or a surf runs up and reloads all 6 mags. I'd imagine it's mechanized, so I kind of picture these bits as part of that reload mechanism. I'm gonna go back and do the divots in this with a larger brush. I'm thinking easier to get the paint in there than with this small sable one. I don't need it to be super precise or pretty. I just need the paint to get in there entirely. Supposedly, though, that is how sometimes, on occasion, or actually, I guess it's when their suits' initial stocks run out. They do have for Terminators. I've read in different places, like in the second Dark Imperium book, serfs and servitors like running carts and effectively like wheelbarrows filled with Stormbolter mags out to the Terminators that were defending a location and reloading their Stormbolters for them, and they were just getting massacred in the process, of course, because the Terminators are getting shot at the entire time. It's just the Terminators don't care, but man, their reload crew, brutal. Especially because they were fighting the Death Guard at the time under Typhus. That's rough. That's a rough job right there. I'm gonna go ahead and give that job a 1.0 out of 5 on Indeed. Would not recommend. Yeah, I got some of the paint in there. I'm just gonna get a bigger brush later. Now move on to the where the magazine would go if this were a normal bolter. Which, by the way, I noticed that the size ratio, like particularly the length of these bolters on Hurricane bolters, are a lot more in line with bolt rifles, the Primaris bolt rifles, than they are standard bolt guns. Now that would make sense because they they probably want greater accuracy, or at least greater range on a vehicle-mounted weapon than an infantry one. But it is interesting to me because if you take this profile, if I'm not mistaken, and I have oh, maybe I am mistaken. Hold on, maybe I am nuts. It feels like it. No, I'm wrong. Never mind. It's just in my head. It feels bigger. Nope, these are bolt guns. I'm dumb. That's how we figure it out. Just actually put them side by side. It feels like they're longer, though. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because of the mounting they're on makes the perspective seem bigger. They genuinely looked like they were longer than bolt guns. Well, maybe they are longer than bolt guns. Let's get a bolt gun. It might just be in between. No, they're the same. How bizarre. Huh. They do have completely different feed system though, because that's definitely in their magazine compartment, completely, you know, filled in with some other mechanism. Yeah, I guess my spatial awareness is just completely off today, so don't expect me to measure anything right now. I'm not gonna be going cutting wood. Just fine. I didn't have any plans of cutting wood today anyway. At least the jukebox is working with me today. We kept getting ASMR tracks the other day. It's like polishing boots and rain. No, it was rain coming out of a gutter. Like why? Why do we want to hear the chugging of gutter water on a loop for like 2 solid minutes? But nah, this is pretty good. And it gets me every time. My own timers get me every time. I'm like, what? Something happened in chat. Oh, it's my bot. You'd think I'd expect it after a certain point, because I programmed him. No. That would be incorrect. Completely catch me off guard. Completely forget they even exist. Oh, that's a whole bunch on the black. I have to fix that later. So in other news, finally hit the point where pretty much have to start looking for more steady work. All my big contracts of the last year are wrapping up, and money is running out. So started earlier this week putting my resume back together and popping it out different places. Looking for some kind of tech work, most likely. That's where most of my background is. Web development, UI design, UX design. Starting with the low ball, just see if I can get something to cover the next couple months real quick, like tech support stuff, but a lot of the pay sucks. Like, I know there are some places that would pay something I'd accept, but not many of them. Yeah, and some of that's just in while I really refine my resume for much better places that take much longer to get hired for, even when you're successful. It's all good. Give me 6 months, I'll be totally fine. Trying to get somewhere where I can still have the time to do stuff like this. Man, this one's just going real messy compared to last night when I was painting the other one. What if I get this a little brighter? It's still... Oh, that cam. Okay, yeah, no, you can still see what's going on. Alright, good. starting to really strain my eyes trying to do that. Yes, painting 6 bolt guns in a row, quite tedious. Not gonna lie. It's for a good cause, though. The death of heretics. It's a pretty good cause. Alright, I think that's the bolters done. I have a little side picks. Alright. Now we're moving on to part that will definitely take the longest out of all. Oh wait, no, I'm not done. I gotta shove. Actually, I think I basically got it before by like accident. Never mind. I don't gotta shove a larger brush in those gaps. All right, what was I saying? Longest step. White white highlights. Pardon me. Sleep was a little weird last night. My neck still hurts from it, actually. Not really sure what happened, but something didn't work. This Army Painter matte blade, which has a lot of extra thinners and flow improvers and other crap thrown in it from constantly putting in my airbrush and then putting the excess back in the bottle. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just get another bottle afterward. I don't know. Should I actually pause the way for a second and actually fix all the black on it first? Maybe I should. Yeah. Don't mind me. Should still be some workable black on here. Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. think I got it all. Anything outstanding on this one? Oh yeah, little bits here and there. Anything that actually won't just get covered by ally itself, actually, is the question. Not really. I think I already cleaned this one up last night. Except for the bits there, but like... I guess this could be cleaned up. Girl. So, here's my thinking as far as the Stormraven being done. Finishing these bits will have it technically done as far as standard stuff. Like, it will be completely painted, per se. The addition of, like, murals and stuff, that is extra. Which I am going to do eventually. The reason I'm questioning the order in which stuff is done is because there's a tournament on the 28th, which I will not place in for gameplay. That's just not going to happen. If nothing else, Raven Guard are the... Like, I just watched a tier video by some of the top players in the world. I don't remember their names, unfortunately. I just found their channel. But I had heard of them through reputation. And they did a tier breakdown of, oh, hey, Borak. It's going good. I am painting some of the most tedious nonsense I've painted in a long time. And by that, I mean the hurricane bolters. Let's just paint 12 bolters at the same time. How you doing, man? Yeah. Yeah, it's the last last step on the Stormraven is the two hurricane bolter doors. Although I was just talking about the extras I want to do to it, but why I might hesitate on actually doing them a little bit. So what I was saying was, so I got this tournament at the end of the month. I don't expect to place gameplay wise, like, at all. Doing good, a tad warm, but I'm also on haul from work for 2 weeks. Ah, the bliss. Oh, I can only imagine. I think last week when I took 4 days off, because I was just saying burnout is the longest I've taken off in the last, like, 3 years. So man, 2 weeks? I can't even imagine. I'd probably end up, knowing me, starting some kind of new business venture that I probably wouldn't even be able to keep up on in that process, just because I'd, like, get bored, and that's just what I do. Like, originally, the streaming came out of inspiration on the second day of what was supposed to be a 3-day weekend. I couldn't even get a full 24 hours without, like, having some grandiose idea of, like, something new I should be doing to try to, I don't know, achieve something, make money, one or the other. But, right, so, tournament at the end of the month. I'm not gonna place, I don't expect to place at all. Raven Guard, I just watched a tier video the other day. Raven Guard were placed as, like, the third worst, like, a third weakest faction in the game. Like, it had all of the Space Marine sub-factions and all of the other, like, main factions. Yeah, Raven Guard was third worst. I think the only two that were worst were Demons and I think it was Imperial Fists, actually. Yeah, it was Imperial Fists and Demons. Imperial Fists and Demons were on brokenly unusable D tier, and then at the very bottom of C tier was Raven Guard. Then I don't have all the stuff for like a perfectly meta list anyway. I can see me getting called like 3 days into my holiday. They're all panicking at work, like, what are we going to do if the servers go down? That was like last week before I had even broke up for my halls. Wow. Dude, yeah, I've been there. I've been like one of the most like capable people in a team, and it's like, am I actually going to be able to take time off, or is someone going to call me with a problem? Like, even as self-employed, I've gotten calls from clients like, hey, I need this fixed, and I'm like, it's my birthday. Like, what? Yeah, I totally know how that feels. Being in tech is just kind of like that. Yeah, so there is a Best Panda Award in the tournament, so I'm just going for that. That being said, while the Stormraven's almost done, and the tournament isn't until October 28th, and it's only the 12th, I still have 3 Eradicators, and it was going to be 5 Vanguard Vets. I've instead changed up my list, and it's, I have to finish my Relic, Sakaar, and Venator for the game. I removed my Vanguard Vet Bomb almost entirely after I had a test game against some Tau last weekend. And I was like, you know what, I think I'm just going to go more gunline. That might work better considering the types of objectives I actually need to hit. So what I'm thinking is, well, I really want to do some kind of freehand murals on the Stormraven. I might just finish these Hurricane Bolters and put that aside. Probably do the Sakaar and Venator next, because that'd be quick. Or actually, maybe I'll wait on that. I'll do the Eradicators first, because those will realistically take the longest from this point. The Venator is already like half, or like 3/4 done. My last job, they asked me to reschedule my wedding as you can mention. The answer is no. Yeah, nah, that's a hard no. It's like, nah, nope, not even close. In fact, how dare you to even ask? That's some bullcrap. I even as a self-employed person that tries to like monetize every little thing I do in my life somehow, the idea of an external job trying to dictate things in your personal life, that just peeves me like right off. I'm like, ask that again. I will drop and replace you. Like, no. I work here because I want to work here. You don't get to try to exert force over anything in my life after I clock out. That's not your place. One of the reasons I've tried so hard to remain self-employed for the last 7 years. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to return to employment pretty soon here. I already started putting out resumes. Just all my big contracts wrapped up, and nothing new is popping up, and I'm running out of money, and it's like, alright, gotta just do it, I guess. But I do have some new prospects that might be good as far as a job that might really change the game, but it'll take a while to get them, so I might have to, like, I might have an in at a Fang company, so, but that, even if I'm successful at getting a job, that could still take like up to 6 months, and I don't have the money to last that long, so I have to get at least some kind of crappy interim employment. But, that's fine. You do what you gotta do. At least with just the interim employment, I can, you know, fix some other issues I've been having, due to lack of stable income for a little while now. Like my truck broke down last November. I haven't had the extra money from the those contracts going a little nuts to replace it like this whole time. It's been nearly another year. That's not been fun. But anyway, so probably Eradicators after I'm done with this done with the Hurricane Bolters. I have quite a niche job, so not many people in the world can do what I do. That's... yeah, if you're gonna do employment, that's the way to go. Really, what I actually want to do is get into real estate investment. It's just... the hardest part is your first close. And I know how to, like, underwrite the deals and set up the math so that I could, in theory, acquire property with none of my own money, and it would work. It would mathematically work. Everyone would be fine. Everyone would be making money. I found deals that would work like that. The problem is people. People don't want to play the game. They don't want to play ball. They want to keep with their conventional wisdom, even though the real estate market's getting turned upside down. Because what I really want to do is long-term rentals. I find a deal. I make the deal happen. I establish the property for multifamilies and apartment buildings. And then, I make it so the whole thing's like automated. So then I just go on to make the next deal, and it just stacks passive income on top of passive income. It's just getting started is the bullcrap part. No one thinks you can do it, including the people you're trying to get the money from. It's like, I found this deal, give me your money, I will get the deal, I will set up the property, and you will get paid for the next 20 odd years with interest, with a good deal of interest, like real solid interest. And they're like, nah, I don't trust, even though you have all this math and all the math works, I don't trust you because you've not proven you can do this. I'm like, well, if everyone says that, no, I'm not going to do this, clearly. They're saying basically go get a job, work for the next 10 years on jobs they think I can do anyway, and then you can try to come play this game. Like, what? Like, why? Design and make sensors for gold mine equipment that go in the dozers, tires that monitor load levels, tire pressure, heat and sheet. Yeah, that is real niche and real valuable. Jeez. Yeah, talk about finding and cornering a market. Good job on you. You will effectively never be out of work, and you can get them to pay you whatever you want. It's like, what do you mean you don't have the money? You literally mine gold. That's some good stuff right there. Like, good on you, man. But yeah, the real estate's step 2 in my big life plan. Becoming super rich via real estate is only step 2 of the plan. It's a 3-step plan. That's the level I plan stuff out on. But it's a little hard when you gotta rely on humans to make deals, and then they don't want to play the game. Alright though. Because in theory, if my in with a FANG company works, I won't say which company in particular, but even if that specific one doesn't work, I may as well try the other ones. I'll have the cash money to properly start the deals on my own. I won't have to completely deal with be completely reliant on other people to make them happen. Work alongside the 5 biggest tire manufacturers in the world. It's a very stressful job. They want everything instantly, even if it's not feasible. Well, that's where being disagreeable comes in. You're like, this is how long it takes. Yo, you don't like it? Where else you gonna go, man? I've literally done that before in my businesses. Someone wants, like, a website, like a very specific kind of website or business media piece, and it's like, yeah, where else are you gonna find ones that do stuff at my my rates or my sliding scales. I know the prices of everyone else in the market. Literally, my dad is also in the same market as me. I know his prices. You can't afford him. You can afford me, though. But you gotta do it on my timeline. It's just how it works. Because with my website business, I primarily work with small businesses or self-starters. Like the entire business is catered towards like either giving them a web presence or massively upgrading their current web presence to get them into the modern day. And that includes also like their social media and online marketing and everything else, right? Um, so because of that, I have all these like sliding scales and other, you know, payment forms and crap to, you know, to ensure that, you know, as long as someone's actually making a product that they're making some kind of money on, they can afford me. But some people, you know, just want everything, and I'm like, no. I can make you most any kind of website you want, but it has to be made. You know, if you actually want a website in like a weekend, you're gonna pay me what it takes to make a website in a weekend. What it takes to get me to work for like, you know, 30 hours out of a 48-hour stretch, for example. I do that with painting too, actually. If someone wants a commission like super fast, it's like, all right, it's gonna take me this many hours, and there's a, you know, there's a time limit surcharge. It gets worse the faster you want it. But anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like. I'm probably gonna do is wait till the other units are painted and then come back to the Stormraven to do like murals and maybe add some effects to the base if there's time before the tournament. I might not even post pictures of the Stormraven until the other stuff is done, so like this thing might not see the quote-unquote social media light of day until September. I don't think I need the murals to win Best Painted. Not really. I know most of my competition. So there are a couple like decent painters, but not really on my level in all reality. Never entered a painting comp. I actually just finally got the results on the painting competition I entered in back in like May, but I guess there was a bunch of like behind the scenes drama and stuff and whatever, so it took forever for the Discord channel to like finish like holding it. And we lost a bunch of contestants in the process, so that was annoying, but I still got second place, so that was pretty good. First place definitely deserved it. That guy was amazing, like dear god. Like he painted a cape to make it look like actual like fabric where you could see like the stitching as well as like free-handed filigree and free-handed metallic like aquila on it with sheen and stuff, and the base had the base was made to look wet, like it was after a rainstorm in like a jungle setting. It was the whole thing was just like, the only thing I could complain about is like I thought the picture could have been taken a little better to give it better justice. So like that guy totally deserved it, but So yeah, I did just get second place in the painting comp. That was online, to be fair, not local. Yeah, I won a $20 Forge World voucher. That's cool. Whenever I land whatever job I end up getting here soon, I'll probably use that voucher to save a little money on getting an Age of... no, actually, no, I'm getting the Age of Darkness box through my local store. What's that other thing? Oh, the Emperor's Children, their new Terminator armor they just announced because someone photoshopped it to make it look like Raven Guard colors and it looks absolutely amazing. And I'm like, yes, I will make that happen. The new, what is it? Is it the new Praetor? What is that thing? Looking back through my Discord, or, through my store's Discord. The Praetor, the Emperor's Children Praetor. With the, colors and filigree, changed to look like Raven Guard. And it looks incredible. It would take a little bit of, modeling work on the armor to remove the filigree, but not that crazy, I don't think. Might even keep some of the filigree, or alter the filigree to make it look like, say, like feathers or whatever. Because I already use a bunch of stuff from Liber Demonica that has stuff like that anyway. A friend of mine said I should have entered my Mortarion or Archaon, but I don't think we've got far with it. Well, it depends on, like... Here's the thing. Painting contests, it entirely depends on what your competition is, because every painting contest is going to have completely different levels of competition with it. So you can totally... Like in mentioning with my local store, like... For someone on my level, I'm not concerned about any of that competition. There are some, like, decent painters, but no one that goes to... Especially, like, across an entire army, because it's best painted army. So the entire army is taken into consideration. Nobody in my store goes to the level I go to for, like, my baseline troops, for example. My baseline troops are as detailed as, you know, most people's characters are. And I've literally been told that, like, straight to my face. Like, why do you paint your intercessors to the level, like, the average person does their characters? And I'm like, because I'm insane, that's why. So it's just about knowing your scale. I mean, fair. I can get like that too. Like, I know how that feels. But you can be super critical of yourself in comparison to yourself. You don't have to do that with other people's, like in comparison to other people's, right? Because as long as you go, I just keep jumping out of frame. Honestly, go to the point of edge highlights on most of your models, and you've already been like, you know, like 70% of the community as far as painting level. Honestly. So when you take that into consideration, suddenly you realize you're actually, like, in proper scale, pretty good at painting. I mean, if you want, put in a link to some of your stuff, like a picture of a model or something, or like your Mortarion or something, and I'll give you some feedback on it. It's something I always figured would end up being a thing on my streams anyway, is critiquing other people's painting to help them get better. Or, you don't want to go through all the hassle of, like, uploading on Imager or something like that. If you hit the Linktree link there, from my bot. There's a Discord link in there to my Discord server. You can post it up in there, and I can view it from there. That's easier. And then you can also you'll also get notifications every time I go live, as well. And I would be way more concerned about how sloppy these edge highlights are, except they're all going to be toned way down by the null oil thing, so they'll look way softer by the time they're actually, like, done. Man, this takes forever. I just remembered I have a whole second one of these to do. Grown. I'm like, hey, I'm just about done. I'm like, nope, I got a whole second one to do. Yay. Yeah, hurricane bolters suck. It's fine. It's worth the 24 bolter shots just in the air. Just spite something on the ground. There's a bunch of metal there I never cleaned. Right? 24... Yeah, 24 bolter shots. Which is AP neg 1 in turn 2 and 3. And then you can get to neg 2. You use ambushing fire from Raven Guard. So every... once it's unmodified hit roll of 6 is... adds another bip of AP that stacks on with the doctrines. Is it hits or is it wounds? I got the book right here. Man, I don't remember now. I gotta play more often so I can remember this stuff. Ambushing fire. Oh, unmodified wound roll of 6. Oh, still. Can't see a Discord link on the page, but I follow you on is there not a Discord link? I never added it. Literally 2 streams ago, I had a whole conversation about that. I was like, I'm gonna add it after the stream. Seems like I didn't. Alright, well, I'll have to do that later. You know what? I'll just do this. I'll just post it in the chat. And yeah, you can send it to me on Instagram too if you want. Invite. Server link. Paste in chat. There we go. Let's see. Alright. Anyway. Alright. 8 at work, drop to pick a Morty and 40k hopping. Sweet deal, I'll go pull it up now. Alright, what we got? Ooh, look at them little nurglings. Yeah, that guy looks great. Yeah, I think in a fair deal of painting competitions, that'd be fairly competitive. The only thing I'd have to really point out is just here's the thing, it's hard to tell if that's from If that's from the camera work or if that's from the paint job, it feels a bit on the flat end. And what I mean by that is not, I think it needs more contrast, more differentiation between the lights and the darks. And maybe a bit more pigment coloration spectrum or gradient in the wings, just to so they don't feel as monochromatic. And I don't mean that like black white. I mean that just like it's just like a single color predominantly, and that I feel like would take this to the next level. You're, but overall, it's already better than like a fair number of people's. You know, you're in the top 50% easy, if not a fair bit higher, just for the level of detail work. And I do like the slime effect. The slime effect is very cool. Yeah, I'd say your next big step, painting-wise, is just kind of learning contrast theory, how to make darks and lights like right next to each other work for you. You know, so for example, painting white, which okay, let's see. Grabbing one of the white scars missions. So you can see this on several levels here. So white, you make it look bright white by putting black right next to it, right? That's why in all those little divots I have just hard black lines in there. They're actually not even technically full black. It's actually just black Templar contrast. And on the sword, the white sticks out and the whole thing looks kind of glowy-ish because you got the dark blue right next to the white. That's contrast. And that'll add a lot more impact to all your colors. Is when you have something that's supposed to be light, you put something dark and shaded right next to that, and it makes both pop harder. Which gives you a lot more, because we're painting 3D objects. The biggest part of painting 3D objects is making them look more 3D. Because when they look flat, it gets hard to see details. Ironically, you don't have to worry about that as much with 2D stuff. You need to make it just look kind of 3D, and it's fine, because it's already flat. So, yeah. And to be totally fair, that theory is usually the next big step for most people once they've hit the part where they're, you know, fully highlighting everything. They're, they're going to full spectrum of like base coat, shade, layer, highlight, edge highlight. Like they're using all of those tools to their, they're using all the tools. The next step is usually learning how to use some of those tools way more on specific parts to make that contrast happen. That's usually the next big step. But yeah, I think most paint contests, yeah, toss that Morty in. Yeah. Yeah. I started having a thought, and the thought completely just went away, and it's gone now. No idea what it was. Thanks, brain. Real good. Super reliable, you. Anyway, so you got 2 weeks off. What's on your hobby desk? Gotta be working on something with 2 weeks off, jeez. Pop out multiple projects in that amount of time. Yeah. Unless your wife's filling all that time for you, in which case, you know. Man, just doesn't want to go cleanly over that. Fine, good enough. The friggin' gnome oil will fix it. Hope I could get out at that edge. You know what? Here's my question. Why, when they make these hurricane bolters, they keep the grip on the end barrel of the hurricane bolters? There's no one's gonna be gripping there. Just unless there are mechanics for the bolter's operation within the grip, just save yourself the material. Just make it barrels. But I suppose that would entail 40k engineering to make sense in the first place. So, you get to have that. Alright, say that looks done. Just a couple spots of notice to use a little cleanup. Then move on to airbrush. During which I'll be muting my mic, as I've heard it's a fair bit noisy. Mostly on here, where like the highlights went a little over the top. All right. Just a little bit of flow improver to lubricate the needle. Actually. Alright, I'm gonna mute my mic. Lots of machine noises to come. Airbrushing complete. Hands are a little sticky. And airbrushing is indeed complete. Alright, now we do highlighting on the metal bits, including the brass there. So we got the little bolt pegs, metal on bolters, and I'm guessing these are part of the ammo beads. There we go. Oh, and the little peg bits on the side here. Oop. Yep, that's how you highlight it. You just stick the paint right in the middle. Whatever. Not gonna be able to see that specific part of it hardly at all.
Lady took me down to where I've been lately. Yeah, her love can make a person hazy. Praying she won't break me down. She makes me crazy. Never promise anything, but maybe I let her do anything, let her play me. She makes me go another round. What are you doing to me now? You found a way to me somehow. Now you're all I ever dream about. Since I saw you, there's no easy way out. Hear me calling out to you. It's all that I can do. Baby, I am falling. Can't you hear me calling out to you? There's all that I can do. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Baby, I am falling. Baby, hear me calling. Baby, I am falling. Baby, hear me calling. Lady took me down to where I've been lately. Yeah, her love can make a person hazy. Praying she won't break me down. Yeah, what are you doing to me now? You found a way to me somehow.
No.
Now you're all I ever
Right, downside of this style, this airbrush and monoil on white highlights styles, that's really annoying to clean up later. If you screw up your metal highlights, which I think I'm just gonna make it here. It's not easy to get a proper clean on it. You kind of have to be actually really careful with your bright metal highlights. Just don't get any in the black if you can help it. I don't think anyone's really gonna be able to notice. Yeah, I gotta get more paints on the palette here. This is just becoming tedious. It's already tedious. I think the paint gathering part would be tedious too. That just sounds dumb. It's the ASMR gutter thing again. I think it is. Yep, drain pipe looping in the rain. No. We're just not gonna do that. It just needs a highlight and a brass thing, and this one's done. Now time to do the other. See if I can get this done before the end of the stream. Maybe. No! That wasn't great. Okay, good. I was able to fix it. Alright, a little bit of highlight on skulls. And we're done. I don't think there's really much to be had out of this old gold. Oh, maybe. Something's kind of coming out. Nah, it sucks. Army Painter, Greedy Gold, let's go. Way more than I need, but whatever. Ah! Okay. And boom. I think they're done. A whole lot of crazy detail or effects you can really add to hurricane bolters. Let's see the final product. Close all this up. Just don't need this anymore. We'll need all that till the next stream at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. That is the base painting of it done. Still, like, yeah, iconography, but like I was saying, I want to do a whole bunch of freehand stuff to this thing. I haven't decided completely what. I think I have some ideas for like some bird skeletons, some like a knife, like a dagger through a skull, stuff like that. But I'm kind of thinking currently. Oop, my arms. Yeah, my arms being weird. Kind of thinking currently what I'm going to do is starting with tonight's stream, start working on. I'm thinking probably the eradicators in the list. I need painted up by the 28th. Because those won't take nearly as long, or not won't take nearly as long. They'll be the longest thing that has to be done by the 28th. The other piece, and that's because they've only been primed. We've got nothing else going on. The other one I need to do is the Sakaran Venator, which I partially painted like years ago. So all the metal's already like at least base coated. I'm gonna paint over these. I don't think these look very good in actuality. Do the black highlights, highlight the metal, redo the can. Can looks kind of good, but I think I could do a better job now in a bunch of different ways. And then when the eradicators and this piece are fully completed, come back to the Stormraven and just spruce it up as much as I can before the tournament, and then whoop, it's falling off the magnet. Water out of the way, I guess. Spruce this up as much as I can before a tournament, but I don't think I'm going to call this completely done until I've done a whole bunch of extra crap to it that I want to do. I want to add some tribalization stuff like I did to my land speeder, so maybe a couple chains with some hanging skulls off them. Maybe some like other trophies mounted on it. I want to do some freehand murals to this. I want to put a whole bunch of crap on the base. This is a pretty large base. You could put a lot of stuff on here. Some razor wire, maybe some ruins, some skulls. You know, really like make this thing really bloody stand out. But this, at least, if nothing else, is good enough for the tournament if I can't get back to it before then, for that best painted army. But I think I can come back. I think I can get back to this before the tournament with the other 2 units done, and then all of them are at least like panned up to this level. With this guy, I think I'd like to do a little bit of freehand on it too, which I'll probably, I don't know, I'll think about. There's a couple spots like up here or maybe down here or something I could make something work. Maybe on this thing is where I'll put... I don't know where the other heavy bolter for their side is, for their response in this, in case you're wondering. Maybe it's on here I'll do the dagger through the skull or something. I don't know. Whole bunch of ideas. So yeah, tonight at 8, or in 3.5 hours from now, I'll begin on the Eradicators. I'll see you all then. If you like the painting or the stream or what have you, you know, obviously follow here, but also check out the link tree in the chat. You can find... Oh, my camera's going nuts because the wire doesn't want to do its thing properly. You can find YouTube channel and Instagram on there. My painting tutorials go up on both of those. The full recordings of the streams all end up on the YouTube channel. And I'm eventually going to put the tutorials on the YouTube channel on a playlist so you can just find those instead of hunting through the streams. And that includes the tutorial on the plasma cannons, doing the plasma effect on them. I'm going to be making that over the next couple hours and hopefully have that up tonight. Which I might actually make the glow on this more intense with an airbrush. I don't know. I'm not sure if it pops out enough compared to the other lights on this thing. Maybe it's fine. Alright. This has been basically Tabletop. I'll catch you on the next stream.